Dennis O'Rourke.
Thank you, Mr Chairman. I wanted to speak to my SOP, which relates to clause 79B3 of the bill. It's my second version of that I want to speak to, because the first one has been amended. So those who've only got the first version, please look at the second one. It has the last sentence beginning with the word following deleted from it. So it's the same apart from that. And the point, Mr Chairman, about that particular amendment, which I have discussed, by the way, with the Minister, and we are in agreement that this amendment should be made, it would delete subclause 79B3 of the bill, which contains the words, quote, any part of a loss that ought reasonably to be insured, unquote. And the reason for that is that when you look at the bill as a whole, you realise that compensation will be payable in respect of an amount fixed by valuation under other parts of the bill for land which is taken compulsorily. So there'd be a valuation, and that would be the amount that would be payable. So this particular clause is therefore redundant, can have no application. The Minister and I are agreed on that, so I trust the other parties in the House will see their way clear also to supporting the amendment. The only other comment I wanted to make was around some of the comments made by Megan Woods about the destination of funds resulting from the sale of land or other assets, I guess, as a result of procedures under this bill. I have always expected that the Crown would recoup some of its investment, and I'm sure that everybody else would think so as well. But the point is this, that in deciding how much the Crown will simply keep to recoup some of its investment and how much it will invest in Christchurch through Otakaro, then it does need to look holistically, especially at the red zone. And it's the red zone really that I've got in mind when I'm thinking about this. It's very important not just to sell as much land as is reasonably possible and then invest a minimal amount back to ensure that whatever is put in place is done satisfactorily. It is important that it be looked at holistically so that entire communities can be rebuilt, not just houses and roads or whatever is needed. And more than that, as I said in my speech previously today, it is very important that we think in Christchurch about taking the opportunity to do things that we've never had the opportunity to do before, in especially the red zone, and in particular in terms of opportunities for recreation. Because I and others who live in Christchurch know that there has always been a deficit, especially of some things, in those parts of Christchurch, because they tended to be the older parts of the city where what you would do in modern subdivisions were simply not done in those days, and therefore it's a really difficult catch-up game to play. So we must take this opportunity to invest some of the funds resulting from the sale of property in those areas back into the city to see that we get not only good communities back in those areas where it's appropriate to rebuild homes, but also so that we can take the opportunity to provide recreational opportunities for the whole of Christchurch that we will never get again. So I just hope that those are the sorts of considerations that are taken into account, and I will be interested to hear what the Minister says about that, as Dr. Megan Woods has said she is as well. Thank you.